Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Jaguar King podcast, where we draft and develop talent and then we just let them go. I'm your host, Armin, and I was going to be predicting the Jacksonville Jaguars 2020 record. Have some fun with that, but since Jacksonville Jaguars are out here making power moves, I guess I'm going to have to talk about those moves. So, yesterday, I think it was yesterday, Sunday, whatever day it was, Yannick Ngakoue was officially traded to the Vikings for a second-round pick and a conditional fifth-round pick, which could be potentially a third-round pick. Honestly, they got what they could for him, I guess. I didn't expect him to go for a first-round pick because of his contract. And then production value, he was really good, but again, I don't think he was an all-pro by any means. So I think that second-round pick was good, albeit that second-round pick, because of the Vikings will probably make it to the playoffs, it'll be like a third-round pick. And that fifth-round pick, I don't know what that stipulation is. Probably if he gets a long-term contract or something like that from the Vikings, the Jags will get that a third-round pick instead of a fifth-round pick. But I think that was kind of expected going in. I don't think that came out of left field. He did not want to be in Jacksonville. Jacksonville couldn't get a deal done, so a trade was only plausible. I just didn't think that they would get a trade done. I thought he was just going to wind up playing, but that didn't happen. He got traded, so good for him. They got what they could. I wish it would have been a non-playoff team in the NFC, just for that higher second round pick and potentially third round pick. But it is what it is. But I think I speak for most Jacksonville Jaguars fans after the news today when I say, what the fuck? So Leonard Fournette was cut today, became a free agent, and I don't know why they did not just keep him on the roster. They said that they couldn't get a trade done and that he didn't fit the scheme, which makes sense because he's more of a north and south runner. But at the end of the day, he was a first-round pick for them, and he was a starting NFL running back. And I still think he will be a starting NFL running back despite his ability to really make people miss. I think as Jags fans, we were super frustrated because he was that top 5 pick, and we're just like, we expected him to be the second coming of Emmitt Smith or something like that. But he wasn't. He was, he was really good at north and south. Would run you over, good straight line speed, but really just that east-west game he just didn't really have. So I get that not making a scheme fit. I understand that. But also, injuries happen. What happens when Chris Thompson goes down, Raquel Armstead goes down, or whatever the case is. A running back position is brutal. You're getting blasted every single freaking play. So why not keep him on a team for this year, kind of just for insurance? If you are planning to make a push. Now, if you're, I don't know, if they're just trying to see what they have behind him, knowing that he's not going to be in their future, and they're like, all right, let me see what we got with, Raquel Armstead and Devin Ozigbo and the other guy they signed, the undrafted guy, James Robinson. I get all those type of stuff, but at the end of the day, you could have got something, right? 7th-round pick, maybe a bag of Cheetos. I don't know. Why do you just let him go? I don't understand why you don't just let him play out his contract, and if you're not going to keep him anyway, you get what you can out of him. Did he blackmail his way out of the Jaguars organization? Does he have nudes of someone? Is he trying to leak something? And they're just like, oh, dude. He gave him an ultimatum, and it is what it is. Maybe that's what happened. We don't know. But big news kind of coming out, and I think what makes it even bigger news is just how the hell did we get here? I remember January 2018 of that 2017 NFL season in my freaking living room on the edge of my seat, wondering if they're going to beat the Patriots in the AFC Championship game. They were right there. But now I'm on the edge of my seat just wondering what fucking boathead move are they going to do next. And obviously with the moves they're making, everyone's like, oh, it's definitely chalk it up for tanking. But I don't think NFL teams tank, especially especially a regime that was given boom or bust option at the beginning of the season. Unless they weren't, and maybe, I don't know, maybe they're trying to do something to put themselves in a position to draft a top quarterback or a top player, first-round pick, or first overall pick or whatever. But if there were be the one team to tank and mess it up, it would be the Jacksonville Jaguars. Ultimately, going back kind of to the Fournette trade, I think in the long run, it really doesn't affect him that much. Yeah, he's a starting caliber NFL running back. But again, with the scheme fit, and he is one-dimensional. Like I said, he is north and south, and he is a good north and south running back. But you can find those later in the draft. You can find those in free agency, running back by committee, whatever it is. Nowadays, running backs are expendable. There are certain running backs who could do it all, kind of like a Christian McCaffrey that you spend a lot of money on. But in general, Leonard Fournette was really one-dimensional power back and has that old school, scheme fit. And the way NFL is transitioning now, a lot more zone and, the quick passing games, things like that, in which he didn't really fit. Although he did improve. He, went from not really being a pass catcher to catching like 76 passes last year. And so again, I don't 100% see why they did it, but they did, and I just don't know kind of what they're thinking about it in the future. Are they okay with those running backs? Are they going to bring in another running back? Do they think that who they have in the roster is going to be just as, like, all the running backs they have in the roster are going to be just as good as Fournette? I don't know, but by all accounts, it was definitely kind of a shock. I definitely didn't expect it when it happened. I expected him to get traded like halfway through the season, possibly when like a contending team needed a running back, and they're like, hey, let's take a flyer on Fournette. But I did not expect him just to get cut with no kind of compensation. So who knows what's going on, but thank you for listening. I wasn't planning to do this type of video, but because of what happened, I just figured might as well get my thoughts out there. And comment below. Let me know what you guys think of this. Let me know what you think of the Yannick trade, and let me know what you think of Fournette getting cut. Let me know if it's a good move, bad move, what you think of Fournette. Just kind of leave your thoughts down below. And thank you for watching. Please subscribe. And then if you want to follow my Instagram, I actually made an Instagram page. So it's at the Jaguar King Podcast. So the next video, I might do a prediction, but maybe I'll just be breaking down the week 1 matchup and preview that going into the season. Right now, I don't want to even make a prediction because who knows who they're going to cut next. Is Minshew gone? Is that what you're going to tell me? Anyway, with that being said, definitely just please comment down below, subscribe, and like, and see you next week.